Okay, good morning class. Today we start our part 2 video from rational and irrational number. Okay, so before we start we learn again something. Last class we already teach you what is rational number, that any number can be expressed in the form of p upon q, that is the fraction form, clear, and where p and q are both integers is called rational number. But remember that the denominator portion is never be equals to 0, because whenever the denominator getting 0, the function not exist. Okay, so in our exercise 2, that is 1.2, exercise 1.2, before we start the exercise, first of all we learn two theorem. What the two theorem? Okay, check it out. Theorem 1, if a is any natural number and p is a prime number such that p divides a square, then p divide a. First of all, understood the first theorem. If a is any natural number, we know that natural number begin from 1, any natural number, okay, and p is a prime number, clear? So check it out. Suppose 3 is natural number and 9 is a 3 is a prime number and 9 is a natural number. Okay, so if any natural number, p is a prime number, this is our prime number and this is our natural number, clear, such that p divide, that prime number divide natural number square, that is prime number divide natural number square, that is square of 9, what is 81, 3 easily divide 81, then p divides a also, that means 3 also divide the natural number. Again I repeat, whenever a prime number divides the natural number square, that is prime number also divided the natural number, clear? Okay, so see, this is a prime number, this is natural number square 81 easily divided by prime number, so the prime number also divided the natural number, clear? One theorem is complete. Simple as that. If any natural number is square divided by p, that means a also, that natural number also divided by prime number, clear? Okay, theorem 2, if a and b are any natural numbers and p is a prime number such that p divides a into b, then p divides a or p divides b or both. Means what? Suppose a and b any natural number, okay, that is 3 into 9, any natural number, and p is a prime number. Again I take prime number 3. If a and b are any natural number and p is a prime number such that p divides a into b, that multiply of a and b, that is 27, that means 3 divide easily multiplication product of a into b, clear, product of a and b. Then p divides a also, that means p divide a also, or p divides, that is prime number, divide b also, or divide both. Again I repeat, if multiplication of AB divided by P, that means A also divided by P, B also divided by P, or both AB also divided by P. Clear? Read the theorem first of all. Okay. So our first question is, prove that root 5 is an irrational number. Okay. So prove that root 5 is an irrational number. How you prove that? First of all, we suppose, give an example, we take that root 5 is a rational number. When there are two numbers, rational, irrational, suppose this number is not a rational number. Clear? Suppose this number is not a rational number. We take let root 5 is a rational number and show that root 5 is not a rational number. When root 5 is not a rational number, that means what? Root 5 is an irrational number. Clear? Suppose what? These two balls. This is white, this is black. Clear? That means if this ball is not black, what is? That means this is white. Okay, so this number is not a rational number, that means this is a irrational number. Clear? Okay, so we take let root 5 is an rational number. Clear? We just suppose that root 5 is a rational number. So we know that whenever any rational number, its form is p upon q and both numbers are integers. Last day we read. Okay, so p and q both are integers and have no common factor, except 1. We read last class that whenever a rational number is already written in this method, that is p upon q, and both are integer, and in the both number no number is common except 1. Last day we read. Okay, so first of all, this multiply root 5 into q equals to p. Clear? So we see that this number is divided by 5 or not. This, or we square this one. Okay, squaring both sides. Squaring both sides. So okay, we see 5q square equals to p square. That means 5 divides 5q square. This portion easily divided by 5. Clear? Okay. So that means this portion 5 divide p square also. This is equals to portion. Suppose this is written 5 into 5 and this is written 25. That means equals to means what? This portion is equals to this one. So if this one is divided by 5, that means this value is also divided by 5. That's why we write that 5 divided 5q square, therefore 5 divided p square also, as 5 divide 5q square, so 5 divide p square also. And we know that 5 is a prime number. Then according to our theorem, when any prime number divides any natural number square, then prime number divide its natural number also. When any prime number divides the square of any natural number, then it's also divides its natural number. Clear? According to theorem 1. Clear? Now it's time for let p equals to 5m. Just fill it down. P equals to, because p divided 5 divide p, 5 divide p, that means p sometimes somewhere contain the value of 5 in terms of 5. That's why it divided by 5. Again I repeat, 5 divided p, that means value of p contains some multiples of 5. That's why p equals to 5m. We take just. Okay, so this is our equation 1. So putting value of p in equation 1. What is our equation 1? 5q square equals to p square. So 5q square equals to p square, 5m square. This is 5q square, that is 25m square. So q square equals to 5m square. That means this 5 divided this one, so 5m square. We easily see that this portion divided by 5. So as 5m square divided by 5, so that means q square, q, so 5 divide q square also, 5 divide q also. Therefore we know that like this, then 5 is a prime number, so 5 divide p also. So 5 is a prime number, then 5 divide q. Clear? Then 5 divide q. As we see that p and q both numbers are divided 5, but we learn in the rational number have no common factor except 1. But here is a factor, that means this portion p also divided by 5 and q also divided by 5. That means our supposition is totally wrong. Our supposition is wrong, and root 5 is not a rational number, because we know that any rational number, any integers have no common factor, but we find here that p have common factor, it's p, and q have same common factor 5, but in real rational number have no common factor except 1. So our supposition is wrong, and 5 is not a rational number. When root 5 is not a rational number, that means what? Root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, this is our proof. Clear? Again I repeat the whole thing. Just prove that root 5 is an irrational number. So we just take that root 5 is a rational number. Okay, root 5 is a rational number, that means rational number always written in the fraction form. It's p upon q. P and q are both integers and have no common factor except 1. We know that in rational number have no common factor in both this number except 1. Okay, so this multiply this way, that root 5 equals into q equals to p, squaring both sides, it's 5q square equals to p square. As we see that this portion is divided by 5, that means this portion is also divided by 5. There is a equals to sign, that means this value also contain some multiplication of 5. That's why 5 divide p square also. Okay, 5 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number, and we learned that in theorem 1 that any prime number divided the square of any natural number, that means it also divided its natural number, that means 5 divided p according to theorem 1. Clear? In this portion, after this we taken p equals to 5m. Why 5m? Because 5 divide p, that means p also contain the some multiplication of 5, that means some multiple value of 5. That's why we taken 5p equals to 5m. Okay, so putting the value of p in equation 1, equation is 1 is what? 5q square equals to p square. So 5q square in place of p square, in place of p we write down 5m square. So this is our 25m square. 5 divided 25, this is getting 5m square. Q square equals to 5m square. See, this portion is also divided by 5. So that means this portion, because equals to sign here, that means 5 also divided by q square. Okay. Again, when any a prime number divides the square of any natural number, that means this prime number also divides its natural number. So p also divided by q according to theorem 1. Okay, so see, we already see that 5 p also divided by 5 and q also divided by 5. That means it has the common factor. So we know that in rational number no common factor. That means our supposition is wrong. Root 5 is not a rational number. Root 5 is an irrational number. Okay, not